All right, so in this section, we are going to talk about something our dive master can do once they get certified, right? So at the end of your training, once they get certified as dive masters, they can now also do something pretty cool, which is to be a DSD leader. So what I want to cover here is like, what does it entail to do that? I'm going to go to my instructor guide and go to page 183, where we discuss Discover Scuba Diving. And we talk about the leader internship requirement. So it is an internship. So as dive masters, certified dive masters, to be able to train to conduct part of the DSD themselves, the dive master need to go through this internship. And basically, it is part of doing 4 distinct, separate, real DSD programs under the supervision of an instructor. And as they do that, we have those 4 separate real, and it says again here, not simulated. So it has to be a real DSD with real people to discover scuba diving program in confined water, right? Now, the DSD leader, so the candidate, shows their ability to distribute DSD material to participants. They review the completed administrative documents, conduct effective briefing, in-water supervision, as well as debriefing, right? So as we're doing this, we're going to be evaluating the candidates to see their mastery of the various skills needed for this. And we're going to evaluate them and use a scoring from 1 to 5. And so you'll use that criteria as you're evaluating your candidate, your DSD leader candidate. They'll earn a 5 if they can independently accomplish the objective without error, right? So they feel confident, they're running it on their own, and they can anticipate the participants in the DSD, anticipate their needs. They would earn a 4 if they accomplish the objective without error and without significant help from the instructor or staff. So here, it's possible that you as the instructor have to come in and assist a little bit, but there's nothing significant there. They're comfortable accomplishing the objective. They would earn a 3. They do accomplish the objective adequately, but with a few insignificant errors, right? Instructor correction and intervention are limited to brief reminder or a few suggestions. Now, the 2, right? They would earn a 2. They demonstrated rudimentary understanding of tasks required to meet the objective. They made significant errors or omission. Instructor correction and intervention is required for a competent result. So here, you really have to get in there, right? They're making quite a few mistakes, significant error, or they miss things. So that would earn them a 2. And then the 1 is made many or substantial errors and omission in attempting to meet the objective. And so they attempted, but they didn't meet the objective. So what obviously we want them to score 4s and 5s in there, but definitely not, below here. So we definitely want to keep that in mind when we look at all these requirements. So you have different requirements. The first one is briefing performance requirement, right? So again, the DSD leader candidate would be doing these things here, right? So clearly explain the participant and the dive master role, right? Covering all the briefing points listed in the instructor guide under DSD. Have the participant complete e-learning or review and sign the Discover Scuba Diving participant guide, and then assess their readiness to participate in the program. So as they're doing these things, you need to evaluate them using that scale we just looked at. The next one is going to be about skill performance requirements, right? So here, again, the DSD leader candidate, they need to be able to set up and check the equipment, make sure everything's good. And they had participant practice these skills in shallow water. So we have a list of skills here that you're familiar with. Breathing underwater, the regulator clearing, the regulator recovery, mass clearing, equalization, and inflating, deflating a BCD at the surface. And then we have a few more things here. Supervised participant maintain a position close enough to quickly adjust and respond to any participant problem, right? So very close to be able to immediately render assistance. Adjusting the participant buoyancy, doing that effectively, handling problem, if any, effectively, right? Remember, this is a real course. And then organize and control all confined water activities, and then provide a positive, a fun experience for the participants, and then follow the standards, right? Doing all this by following standards. As you look at this, use the scale we just looked at to see how they're doing. And the last one has to do with debriefing, right? At the end of the DSD program, we have the debriefing performance requirement. So the DSD leader here need to be able to explain the limitation of the program, right? Push them to go for full certification, right? And become an open water diver. And so they need to be quite well versed into how to promote continuing education at that level, right? So as they do this, you evaluate them, make sure that they've got what they need in order to be certified as a DSD leader. So one of the things we'll see if I go to the pro side in resources and course related, we're gonna look at Discover Scuba Diving, or no, Divemaster. We'll use Divemaster because you're looking for forms that have to do with the Divemaster course. And in there, if I expand all, hopefully I will find Form 10151, the Discover Scuba Diving Internship Completion Form. And you get that here. And that's going to bring us here, right? And on that form, obviously, the usual information at the top. But then you have that internship verification you see here, right? So as we mentioned, there are 4 real DSD programs to be conducted. So you'll have 4 different dates when that program is being conducted. Here we have the name of the supervising instructor, right? If it's not you, it could be other instructors. And their PADI numbers as well. And here that you completed the Discover Scuba Diving Leader Internship Assessment, right? Based on the scale we've seen. And then verifying instructor, PADI number, and date. So again, that's very important to go there. If we look at the PADI's Guide to Teaching, we also have information here that's quite important. You can see here, Discover Scuba Diving Leaders. And so again, it restates here the information about conducting 4 separate Discover Scuba Diving programs in pool or confined water environment under the direct supervision of an instructor. And then certified Discover Scuba Diving leaders are authorized to conduct Discover Scuba Diving in confined water, both pool and confined water, but not open water, right? Again, something to make clear as you do that. As far as being able to provide DSD participants with what they need, currently, I think the the pro site is really the best way to do that. As you recall, if you go on the pro site under student management, you will see there are two headings here. One is DSD QR code and links. So as you click on that, you'll have your personalized QR code, right? And so you can print this or have it in social media, on your website, and people who want to participate, they'll use this, then put their information in, and then they come up where we're going to look at how we certify these people. So you'll have a personalized QR code, and you can download it. And we have shareable links as well, so you can use those links. And then, of course, there's a web link based here. So you can copy these and just use them in your marketing plan. And then once they've done, once they register to take the course with you and they do DSD learning, then you'll have participant management, and from there you'll see them show up here. If you have just a few credits left, it'll go red here. You can see in my account there's just 2 left of those codes, so it's red, kind of telling me you can purchase. And then there's a link, a direct link here where you can purchase more of those DSD codes. So that's important stuff. And one of the things I also wanted to show you is with Discover Scuba Diving in e-learning program. That's in your e-learning program, you can find it. And then you have all this information that are found in there. You have additional instructional video, but the DSD itself, it's got a lot of cool information. So it's telling us, get all excited about what's going to happen. And there's a lot of cool information in there, right? So I would suggest using the DSD codes and e-learning. That makes your life easy. And it basically covers everything, that you would be doing with the flip chart or the Discover Scuba Diving pamphlet. So all these things, are going to work. But there's a lot of cool information in there. So, don't hesitate to use DSD e-learning. That's really the way to go. Okay. Again, as we mentioned, this is a program that is done once your Dive Master candidates are certified, right? So this is for certified Dive Master only. All right, if you have any question, as usual, make sure you contact your regional training consultant.